Hey everybody, it's Cyclone. How are you today? I'm actually going to be bringing you guys my first video from a Trillium beer haul that I did, where I picked up two variants of PM Dawn from an online order. Unfortunately, they're a little bit old. They were about 8 months old, so I'm not so thrilled about that. Apparently, those bottles were leftovers from the last release of the Night and Day. Sorry, Night and Day, not PM Dawn. Night and Day variants. And so I'm a little bit annoyed by that. But I also got some hoppy ales in addition to those. And we're going to start today with the smallest, but I have no doubt an amazing beer of the bunch, guys. This is the Galaxy Double Dry Hopped 4-Point Ale. Now, I've had 4-Point Ale, the regular one. It's a nice beer. It's very tasty. It's just not as big as I usually enjoy. I like a bigger bodied IPA. I'm more of a double IPA fan, But if I am going to have a smaller beer, sub 7%, Trillium are the guys to go with. Like, there's no better brewer. Treehouse and Trillium, these are the types of guys you look for pale ales from. And I have no doubt this will be delicious. The picture shows a glass of orange juice, even though it's just a pale ale. And let's see how much of a hop presence we get, even though this is called a pale ale. Oh yeah, it's orange juice coming out. Look at this. Oh yeah, looks like a Trillium beer, guys. I mean, are you surprised? Glass of OJ. Take a look. Take a look at that. That is a glass of orange juice. Finger of head. Beautiful beer. Tons of different size bubbles. Fresh cut mangoes, pineapples, and oranges. There's a bug. Just flying around. Because these beers are so smelly, I bet the fly wants to go right in here. Nice citrus note. Not quite as strong as some of their doubles, but it's there. It has those notes. Orange, mango, peach, maybe even a little bit. Yeah, peach. Grapefruit. Oh yeah, smells really good, guys. Let's see how it tastes, though. Cheers. Let me get the rest in here. Look, I'm not a big pale. I want to get the rest of this out. I only got like half the can out, actually. Let's make sure we get that back end pour just to make absolutely certain that I am not missing anything. Oh yeah, let's get that in there. Just also to note, guys, this can is super fresh. Canned on the 5th of August, and today is the 20th. We're within just a couple weeks here. Yeah, let's get a taste of this thing here. So, one thing I'll say, there is a slight green onion bitterness coming out in this beer. It's super smooth. I mean, this is like, the mouthfeel is wonderful. It's a little frothy. It's not thin at all. There's a nice weight to this beer, even though it's sub 7%, which I love seeing, right? But I'm not a huge pale ale guy, because pale ales to me are more entry level. Like, this gets you accustomed to what a bigger IPA tastes like, and I love big IPAs. So for me, I have to review this for what it is. It's really good. It's really good. But perhaps my palate is a step above it. It is, and I'm going to be doing in just a little bit the Double Dry Hop Congress, which is a step up from this. And that's also a Galaxy beer, and you then start to see where that IPA category comes in. They use more hops in an IPA than they do a pale ale. So there's a slight malty note to this beer. It's not off-putting. It's just... Hey guys, I'm back here with the Galaxy Double Dry Hopped 4-point. This is a really good pale ale, guys. This is basically an IPA. I mean, I'd be shocked if this were lower than 50 IBU. Because if you go over 50, you're definitely into IPA category. This has an insane Galaxy taste. It's slightly spicy because that Galaxy hop has a little bit of a sharpness to it. That's what I like about Galaxy. That's why it's my favorite hop. It bites you a little bit. Just a little, like Brussels sprout bitterness. If you know Brussels sprout, that Brussels sprout taste, there's a little bit of that vegetable spiciness to the Galaxy that just comes out. This beer features it prominently. And as it's warmed, it's melded a little bit with some of the malt notes and some of the softer fruit notes the beer has. It's not super citrusy. Let's just get that straight. If you're looking for like an orangey or a pineapple or a mango taste, it's softer here because it's a pale ale. It's not as hopped just by design, right? But that's super good. It's super drinkable. The mouthfeel is awesome. And the hop tastes like grapefruits, slight hints of peach, slight hints of lemon peel, slight hints of orange peel, and then just pure Galaxy hop. Maybe a hint of pineapple too. That's a really good pale ale. You need to let this one breathe for a while because when I first started the drink, the green onion bitterness came out too much. Let it warm. Let this thing breathe, man, in the glass. Don't let that green onion taste blend in. That grapefruit note is there. That awesome grapefruit note that you get from Galaxy hop blending in with that strong Galaxy bitterness, but it's all held together as Trillium always does. Their beer bodies and mouthfeels are so good and thick. This is not even 7%, and yet this has more oomph to it than a lot of the double IPAs I buy on the store shelf. Those beers just don't have the same complexity and balance and construction that this beer does. Very well done. You smell that all day long, guys. For a pale ale, that's basically an IPA. It doesn't get much better than this for a pale ale. If you like grapefruits, grapefruit juice, you're going to love this. Love this. It tastes like white grapefruits and hops in a glass with just a little bit of a honey bread type of malt under it. Just a little bit. Not too much. Just a little. And it's so drinkable. It's so smooth. And the best part, there's even some hop on your breath after you're done. A perfect type of pale ale for the ABV that's being provided to you. And a perfect beer in the style if you're trying to maybe watch some calories. Just because it's a pale ale, this won't be quite as bad for you. It's not great for you, but it won't be as bad for you as a 10% IPA is going to be. So if you're looking for a less caloric option, this is almost like a light IPA, but it is so delicious for what is here. The grapefruit note's off the chain, guys. The grapefruit note is coming through beautifully here, and the mouthfeel is beautiful. I think this gets a 10. The nose is great. Everything's on the bottle, the can, not the bottle. All the info that I need to know, and it's Always a pleasure to drink Trillium. It's delicious. But again, let it breathe. This beer had a sharp bite to it when it first came out of the can. And this is what everyone says, let beer warm in the glass. And that's why I do it too. Which is why I didn't want to give you my final review until I let this really warm. The beer I had right out of the can was probably a 9 out of 10, maybe a 9.5. I think this one gets up to the 10 in the style. And in my personal, it's still like I think it's like a 97, 98. In like, if I had to count all the categories and, take that aside, just what I'm tasting and experiencing in the glass, for a 6.6% beer, this is about as good as it gets, guys. So, really tasty stuff from Trillium. I highly recommend it. There's the label if you're interested, guys. Cyclone signing out. I'll see you next time.